Good morning, Dale with Northridge Homes here again. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about foundations again. I've done a couple other videos on foundations and most of those have been crawl space homes. And here we have one that's actually a full basement. Now this basement is planned to be a 9-foot ceiling, but we've actually poured the walls at 10-foot 2. So there's a couple reasons for that. One reason is when everything's all said and done, we want the finish to be 9'1", which allows for standard drywall and creates a 9-foot ceiling, just like you would have in the upper level of the home. But also we had to make up for the room that we need for the radon system. So if you can see down into the basement, there are footings that crisscross in the basement as well that carry loads for the upper floors. And in order for the radon system to work well, what we're going to do is fill that up to the top of those footings with pea gravel or radon rock, and then go another 2 inches above that. And then on top of that, we'll pour a 4-inch concrete floor, which will leave 9'1" from the top of that concrete floor to the bottom of the floor joist on the upper level. What it'll also create, though, is in putting in our radon mitigation system, it'll allow that radon to travel above the footings and not be trapped in all the bays, so that the radon system on one end of the building, which will be in the mechanical room, can draw air throughout the whole basement floor underneath the slab and pull that air up through the house and vent it out the attic, and the radon system will work actually effectively. So now in making up for that radon system and creating a 10'2" wall here, what we've had to do is then we also poured the walls 8 inches thick, and then we doubled the rebar basically. We still used a number 4 bar like we use in our low wall stuff, but instead of them being 24 inches on center, they're 14 inches on center, both vertically and horizontally. So we virtually doubled the rebar, thickened the wall, and that allowed us then to have a 10-foot wall that would retain the soils, etc. And what will happen is when the radon rock goes in and then the floor gets poured, that will ultimately become a brace on the inside of the floor, and then the floor joist at the top will brace the top of the wall, and then it'll be ready to hold the soils that will be pushing against the wall in all areas.